So I have just finished the Bahrain Grand Prix in my 2023 season of F1 2021. I came 9th, and while my best efforts were to try and cause not as much carnage and crashes as usual, I still ended the race with only 12 finishers. So yeah. Bottas came first, I believe Latifi came second, and I'm pretty sure that maybe an Aston came third, maybe Stroll, I don't know, but we'll see when the podium comes up. Oh wait, no, it's the new guy, it's like something like Massachusetts or something. Don't know how to pronounce his name, but he's a new Aston Martin driver that was brought in for some reason in the team. I don't know why. Anyway, there's the podiums, and now time to go for Carnage at the Bahrain Grand Prix. And also, after my failed promise at Abu Dhabi, where I said I was probably going to try and do the entire race in that, but never did, I'll try and do the entire race in this video instead. Hopefully that's okay with everyone. And I'll go to the crashes. For our first crash of the race, it's going to be Lewis Hamilton, so I'll just put it to where he crashes. And get rid of that box. And so it's at the end of lap 1, we're driving down, he's in the wall, skids and is hit, and there's his tyre. And he's now out the race. Time for the cockpit cam. So he's driving along, I'm right next to him, and he's now in the wall. He's hit, his tyre's loose, and he's now out the race. The next DNF is Esteban Ocon, which happens a little bit after Lewis Hamilton. I think he gets clipped by Hamilton, so his engine malfunctions, and he comes to a stop. The next DNF is Yuki Tsunoda, and while this isn't where he DNFs, I just wanted to show where I almost DNF him here, I think, because I tried to swerve into him while I was running around. Anyway, he has an engine malfunction, so I'll just skip to that. Okay, so Yuki Tsunoda has started to stream smoke there, but now it's stopped. Anyway, this is where he goes out. He comes around the corner. And drifts off because he's out the race. Next up is Mick Schumacher's DNF, which I'm pretty sure is a bit after a safety car. Right, the safety car ends, I think. Anyway, into the wall he goes, losing his wing. Into the wall again, spins out, and he's out the race. Tyre gone. This is what he sees from inside, and that's also why there might have been a card that you saw driving off. I basically just had it knocked off. Anyway, into the wall again, drifts out, gets hit, loses his tyre. And there we are. He's out of the race. Next up we have Lance Stroll, who's part of a massive crash that happens just after the end of a safety car. He's like one of maybe 2 that get DNF'd. So there goes his wing, and then he's in the wall, and a bunch of cars coming after him. I think Verstappen also DNF'd in this crash. Yep, Verstappen did DNF in that crash. He's the only other person that DNFs in that crash, unless I'm mistaken in some way. But here's where the crash starts. He gets caught up in it, and then his engine fails, so he just gets stuck like that for the rest of the race. Well, not for the rest, because he gets disappeared. Anyway, here is Verstappen's inside of cockpit. Edge of crash, he's caught up in it, he swerves around, and he's stuck. And here is Lance Stroll's inside cockpit. Into the wall, ripped out, lose of wheel, see the crash happening. The next crash is Nikita Mazepin's crash. I don't remember fully, but I think it might be after a safety car, but I'm uncertain. Anyway, there I am whacking him. But, here we go. Tries to overtake. Caught in. Off goes his wheel. Oh my word, that is such a bad angle. I, for some reason, really like the inside cockpit cameras if I don't like the don't like the cinematic cockpit views. So, what is wrong? Anyway, there's the cockpit camera because I didn't like the cinematic view. And yep, that's him out. The next car to DNF is Fernando Alonso's. So at this time, I've just realised that Nicholas Latifi is in first at this point, which is... I always find that kind of surprising. Anyway, there he is getting whacked out of the race. But Nicholas Latifi being in first is always something that surprised me in this race, but it's okay. I don't want anyone to get annoyed at me for thinking that it's strange that Latifi got into first. It's just that, for some reason, my expectation of his driving always meant that he would be in, like, 10th. I don't know why, but that's always what I've thought. But anyway, seeing him getting to higher positions is always fun for me to see in this game. Anyway, here is the inside cockpit camera of Fernando Alonso's crash. So you can see Charles Leclerc go off, then get spun and hits him out of the race. Next up, Giuliano Alesi. He's the next crash, which happens like on the same lap as Fernando Alonso's, I think. Anyway. Let us go to where he DNFs. Yep. There he is. Engine malfunction straight off of the track. Barely missed it when I was fast forwarding there. Anyway, next up is Norris. So we go down the straight. I'm trying to get past both George Russell and Lando Norris at the same time, and then I swerve them into each other. Norris doesn't go out from that, but it is on this lap that he goes out. I'm pretty sure it's a malfunction of his engine from that crash, but I'm uncertain. Yes, it is. I'm pretty sure that might be where Tsunoda went out as well, just because of an engine malfunction. It turns out Norris was the last DNF of the race, and so it's time for just to try and get the entire race of mine in. So let's start. I might pause it or change it all the time when like something interesting comes up, like a massive crash or something, but because most of that happened at the start with the Carnage section, I'll probably not. Anyway, I was serving around, and I always, for some reason thought that I'd pushed Latifi up there, to, like, that was the car that I was pushing. I had always, for some reason, thought that was the car that I'd been pushing, but it was actually George Russell. And it turns out that Latifi had just had a very good start, coming from 10th, directly in front of me, where I qualified in 11th, and getting himself up into 4th without any help. Unless you count like a little easy pathway to go through while the cars are kind of stopped. And let's just watch the race. I believe that's Perez and Leclerc. I might be wrong, but they try and overtake me, so I just get past. That's a very weird camera angle that I've never seen before. Anyway, I get passed by Perez. So, have a fight. Oh my word, that was a bad camera angle. Anyway, I go wide. Luckily, I don't illegally overtake anyone. Push past the Williams, or I believe a Lacey. And then come back behind, I believe that's the Clerk. Wait, it might be Science. That number might be Science. I couldn't tell. I think it was 55, though, which I believe is Science's number. Anyway. If anyone was wondering, this video is being recorded, like, maybe, I think it was yesterday, that the 2025 team selection, or whatever, the startup for Formula 1 2025 was, like, yesterday, so I just wanted to let everyone know that's the day that this is being recorded. Anyway, I go wide there, and I'm overtaken by, I believe, Russell. And I'm followed by the two McLarens, neither of which make it to the end of the race. Being followed by the future non-finishers. Keeping on driving through. Followed by the 2 McLarens and following a Williams. Lose my wing to the Williams and push my way past. Get a bit swervy, get back onto the... Get a bit swerved as I swerve, like I get off the track and have to swerve myself back onto the track. And I get on, and I'm now followed by another McLaren. I'm tapped by the McLaren, luckily I keep on going. Keep on driving around the corner. And we keep going forwards. Get on to lap 3 now. And then I drive over the grass. Keep on going forwards. My number 1 on the front, still shining bright. Drive around the corner. And into the back of sights. Pushing him forwards. Unluckily, I can't. Unfortunately, I cannot overtake him. But, so that I can, I push him and push him some more until I am allowed to overtake him. I fight against his back until he finally caves and I'm allowed to overtake him. Smack into the back of Latifi, who I never wanted to overtake in this race because I always wanted him to be on the podium. Though at this point he's in 4th. Luckily when he gets to 2nd and then 1st at one point, I am nowhere near him, so I can't actually accidentally damage his car, which is good. Can anyone else see that, or is there a shadow for the wing on my car that does not exist? Anyway, I'm driving forwards, tilting left and right like the cars in front were. And we're into lap 4. Still a bit swerving. Keeping on going forwards. And honestly, I wonder why I chose to do this. It's not like the race is not entertaining, it's just because of the way that I act and cause the cars to crash. A lot of races are just safety cars, which is boring. Or at least, I don't know. What am I saying? I guess just there's just not any chance for any good overtakes when it's a safety car. Oh god. That's the swerving. Oh wait. I think this might be where Sonoda goes out. Like I've swerved around, got hit like either Alonso or Norris, and then drive off. I'm still okay. I think that might have been Alonso, but I'm uncertain. Anyway, keep on going forwards, driving through. pushing Latifi again. Driving again. Swerving this way and that. Right, I just had to pause the video there for a second. Hopefully nothing's changed. Anyway, I'm just gonna press play. Actually, I decided to turn up the volume for my screen just so I could hear it better, because that would mean that it possibly could be louder for you if you were watching this and you wanted to hear it louder. Then your volume could. I don't know what's going on with my brain at this moment in time, but we're still just watching this safety car driving along. This video might be my first one that's over like half an hour long. It might even be my longest at the moment, just because it's past like 16 minutes. Like, I'm pretty sure at the time of recording this, my most recent video was uploaded like half a week ago. It was like Carnage at the Singapore Grand Prix. Which I can't exactly remember how many crashes there were. I just remember that like Verstappen got flipped by the two Alfa Romeos. But that's the last video that is been uploaded at this time. So there might be one that's longer than it that I haven't uploaded yet, but at the moment that's the most recent one that I've uploaded. And so that one's like 11 minutes long, and then my other records are like 12, 13, and 10. And then some of the other Carnage videos are like 10. And then I think the shortest ones are 6 minutes at Monza, and 4 minutes for my first one, which was the first one, and that is Carnage at Silverstone in England. But that's the only one I haven't talked in, I think. For like most of the Carnage series, I've managed to, it's been like me talking. The only one that isn't, I believe, is the England one. And the only reason I started talking was because of a mistake, actually. Because it was when I accidentally split up, like, was it Belgium, Germany, or something? But, I accidentally split up that first one, and so I had to speak and say sorry that I had accidentally split the two in half. And so that made half of the episode like be completely silent and the other half be loud. I think that might be a McLaren out of the race. Anyway, but sorry about going on these tangents, but I just don't like silences, so I try and be the commentator. I'm probably a very bad commentator, but still, I keep recording. We're only at 6 laps into the race. So I might have to stop the recording, because I don't want this recording to be over an hour. Because if the video is over an hour, it's most likely not going to have the attention spans. And I don't want like people to cut out watching it halfway through. Anyway, even if it is over an hour, I guess it would be fun, because if you're watching this, you probably like watching racing cars, Formula 1, something like that. So maybe it will be enjoyable. Maybe we'll have released those other videos as well. There were 2 other videos that I'm planning on releasing that come out before that would come out before this one, and before the other 2 Bahrain ones that I've recorded. One with, I'm not gonna say, but those 2 videos were like 2 Pokemon ones. I don't know whether I'll have uploaded them by the time I release this one, but if I have, don't tell me in like comments or whatever it is, because I don't really want to have comments. The only comments I would want would be ones that are like talking about the video, not about something else. Well, I think that might have been an Aston Martin out of the race, because I whacked them into the wall there. Sorry about going on these tangents about other things that aren't related to the race, but because I'm like, my driver car is like all alone, there's not really much to like talk about. Like, yes, there's cars behind and in front of me, but while they do catch up all of the time, it's not really... There's like not going to be very many overtakes at this point in time. I know later on, I get to like more cars and I have to race them and fight for them. In fact, when I finished the race, the only two other cars or three other cars that were behind me, because I came 9th in the race, I'm pretty sure, they got lapped because they went into the pits for some reason. So as soon as I finished, those cars were lapped and therefore had to come for a lap behind. And I immediately after I finished, first place Valtteri Bottas, in second place Nicholas Latifi finished. There goes Vettel. No, not Vettel. Stroll's wing? Maybe it's that Mushaski. I can't pronounce the Japanese guy's name, but it's the new Aston Martin driver for F1's the F121's series season 2023, because they have it set so that Vettel will retire in 2023 in this game. So they have to come up with a new replacement driver for him in Aston Martin. So they replaced him with some Japanese guy that I can't pronounce the name of. I think I'm racing with a Lacey at the moment anyway. Oh, hold on. This might be where Mazepin or Schumacher goes out. Yes, it is. There he goes. And he's out the race. Okay, I've been caught up. The racing is no longer boring. Yay. Was that a yellow flag or a green flag? I don't know. Anyway. Keep on driving car. So we're 10 minutes into the full race. 10 minutes, 8 laps. Sort of makes sense. Should work because each lap's about 1.5 to 2 minutes. Or 1.5 to 1 minute 50 seconds. So doing 8 laps in about 10 minutes, or maybe slightly more, sounds like a reasonable amount. So that would mean that the entire race should take 40 minutes, meaning this video would have to be 50 minutes long. That will be a long video. Hopefully my recording thing hopefully my phone, the recording thing that I use for these videos, has enough storage space to hold that much recording. And so I might have to delete this video after it comes out just so I can record more. But I don't mind. Recording these videos is fun, even if when I'm doing this it can be boring. There goes Vettel into the pits. And into lap 9 we go. Oh. Anyway, over into the grass I go. Still ahead of some people. Is this where I get overtaken? Well, I always seem to get overtaken in that place if there's people nearby. Oh no, I didn't. During the race, basically whenever there was people, like other cars nearby, I would always get overtaken in that one specific spot. I think I'll double speed the recording whenever there's a safety car now. That sounds fair, just so it isn't like an hour long, or like just under an hour long at 40 minutes. Well, 45, maybe 50. That might be how long it is. There are other videos I'm planning on releasing that are that long, but one of them had like my face in it, or it had a reflection of my face in it. So I don't really want to reveal my face at this moment in time, so that one will probably have to go onto an extra channel that I probably will make like maybe next year, maybe this year. I don't know. But it's an hour long and it's me playing a Pokemon game, which is why I am planning. Which is why even if I had recorded it and released it, it would actually be out at this moment. Anyway, the video was me playing a Pokemon game called Pokero, which is on, which you can get onto on laptops and computers and on website browsers. It was an hour long though, and I'd rather my first hour long video probably be like a video of me playing an F1 game. Like maybe this video will be my first hour long video instead of that one. Oh god, I've swerved. And that was me, like, completely cutting the entire safety car line. I, like, cut, like, half the grid there. I like to break rules, I guess. At least, I like to break rules in this F1 game. Because I've had it so that if you overtake during a safety car, you don't get in trouble. That's what it's set as, anyway. Hold on, I had to pause it there because it went dark because I hadn't made any controller inputs recently. So there we go. All fixed. Also, I record these on an Xbox, which is why I had to make the controller input there. I wonder whether I'll have more subscribers than I do now when I Twisting Charles Leclerc's car. Oh, wait, what? What happened there? I'll quickly just rewind that because... Right, so the camera angle. What happened? Charles Leclerc's car is drifting. We go off the track. Oh, and his car nose must... Yep. There goes one of those two McLarens. I really won at this moment. Anyway, I'll put it back to the correct cinematic view. Well, not exactly correct cinematic view, just the cinematic view is what we've had it on. Oh, twisting another car, am I? Seems so. I think that's Mazepan because that's number 9. Anyway, he's gonna get back on the road now. Still lap 10, 27 minutes in. Dear God. Hopefully this is not an hour, but it probably will be. Because maybe it's like going to be 30 more minutes for the extra 19 laps after this one. So, yeah. I overtake some people. The safety car ends. Oh, I swerved. That might be Perez, I believe. That Alfa Romeo came out of nowhere. Oh, sorry about the squeaky camera. Just got to sit on my seat. Maybe if I do this. There we go, that's better. Alfa Romeo overtakes. Red Bull does not. Driving over all of the blue, the Alfa Romeo is still ahead of me. And I scratch my way past. They're trying to overtake me again. Oh, there comes Perez. Still, what seems to be Antonio Giovinazzi didn't overtake me. What the heck was that? That was a lot of smoke. Online for 2.5 hours. 1 hour to 1.5 hours? I don't know. Some amount of time. Oh, I went into the pit lane and caused him to lose part of his front wing. Right. And then I'm overtaken. There's Latifi. There's Stroll. Cut in front of Stroll. Stroll overtakes me. Ah, now the racing's back to normal. All of the cars are built up. Oh, I hit the Williams. I believe that might be Russell. I don't actually know. It's either Russell or Lacey in this version of this game. Drift in front of him, slam into Stroll, is that? Anyway, now attacking into Gasly. Gasly gets spun around, leaves smoke. Then there's Perez and Verstappen, and then my teammate. I think Verstappen's in the one in front, and yep, that's Perez, I believe. Anyway, that car's drifted, and now... Wait, no. The car that I hit was Verstappen. The other car must be Perez then. Then I'm driving slightly ahead of my teammate. My teammate beat me in the race, but I honestly don't really mind. As long as he got some points, it means that our team is not exactly fully in the running, but at least a slight bit into the running for the Drivers' Championship this year. Although I guess it doesn't really matter if we win the Drivers' Championship or not, and I guess it doesn't really matter if I win... But no, I guess it doesn't really matter if we win the Constructors' Championship this year, and I guess it doesn't really matter if I win the Drivers' Championship this year. So I don't really mind if I win, because I won in the 2021 season of F1 21, this game, and I won the 2022 season of F1 22, this game. Spoilers if you haven't seen Abu Dhabi, Saudi Arabia. Abu Dhabi is in the UAE, and then Saudi's Grand Prix and Australia's Grand Prix, because I won the Drivers' Championship in Australia, and I won the Constructors' Championship with my teammate in Saudi Arabia. Australia, Saudi Arabia, that kind of rhymes. Anyway, then I just, I think I came 4th in the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. I honestly can't remember, because when I recorded that was back in August 2024, 23, and then it's the start, not even the start anymore, it's February 2025. At least that's when I'm recording this. I'll probably have to release this in June, but then again, there's half of my YouTube videos that I've recorded aren't actually uploaded at the time of recording this. I don't know when this will come out. Sorry about rambling on about stuff that you've probably already seen if you've seen some of my videos before. Anyway, let's keep watching. I wonder whether the sponsors on my car are real sponsors that you... Are real companies that you can work for. That's Compass, Highlander. I don't know. They might be real, they might be fake. 33 minutes into the video. Lap 13. So 5 minutes equals 4 laps? 3 laps? I don't know. Sounds about right. I might want to go silent. I kind of will go silent, I guess. I'm in 3rd. Lap 14. Bit of pushing of Latifi's car. 35 minutes into the video, we're still on lap 14. like trying to overtake Latifi, but I know I can't do that. I think in this race, the only time I'm ever ahead of Latifi is when I'm pushing Russell into, like, 3rd or 4th. Also, by pushing Russell into 3rd or 4th at the start of the race, which then caused him to drop down into 6th, he ended up getting a 5-second penalty. I don't know why, because I cut the same corner as him. So, if he got one, I probably should have done too, but I never got a penalty in this race until, like, right at the very end when I just got a track limits one, because I went a bit wide on a corner. After having done so many other times in the race that you've probably already seen. Anyway, let's just keep watching. Oh, there's a Stroll's DNF, because Vettel isn't in the company anymore. It's Japan. It's the Japan guy that I can't remember the name. The Japanese guy even that I can't even remember the name of. There's the crash sparking out. In 3 laps time, we will meet my first and only pit stop in the race. Oh, I spun. Oh, there's a crash. Just to stop people from overtaking me. Oh, hold on. Something is wrong. There we go. Sorry about that, people. Why do we refer to We are over halfway through the race. Why did I think that 15 was halfway 29? It's 14.5. That's wrong. Anyway, off wide we go. And back on track I go. Slightly ahead and then slightly behind of what I think is Russell. I still just have the shadow of a front wing with no front wing there. Anyway, I hit Russell slightly, trying to overtake, but he gets going faster than I can. And then wheel-to-wheel racing with my teammate who spurts himself around the end. So I overtake him. This might be where I go wheel-to-wheel racing with my teammate. Yes, I do. Now. Or at least I found it fun. Drifting along the right beside my teammate. Then I tried to do it with, like, either Mazepan or Mick Schumacher. Nikita Mazepan or Mick Schumacher. I can't remember which. I think it was Nikita Mazepan. I can't even tell. Anyway, he won, I went wide, and then my teammate seemed to try and overtake me. Luckily, I managed to cut him off before he could. Wheel-to-wheel racing again. This time, I managed to get ahead. And then I overtook the Haas. Oh, wait, this is where I knock out Nikita Mazepin, isn't it? Yep, you might not be able to see it, but his tyre was up while we were seeing that frame. Anyway. Lap 17, so in this lap I should go into the pits. Why can I just see the Brazilian flag there? Oh, the safety car's out. Yeah, 17. Hmm. 40 minutes in. So, the reason that it's paused at the moment is because I was just gone for like an hour. I had to leave the house, but I'm back again, so back to watching me driving. And here I'm going into the pits. I'm also followed by, I think it's Giuliano or Lacey. I might be wrong though. If you're wondering what this buzzing is, that's just a dehumidifier that I had to turn on as I left. So now that I'm back, which even though it's been nothing for you, it's been like a very long time for me, that thing's still running, so that's why there's a new buzzing sound. Drifting around, I am... I'm actually going to double speed until I get to the safety car. Because there's a safety car on at this moment in time, which is why I went into the pits when I did. And now we're on to lap 19. There's a car behind us. And here we are. I've caught up to the safety car queue. And to me, the rules do not apply. I sneak to the front of a small part of the queue. And then I slide through a bunch of small little gaps to get through past some more. Past one. Almost past two. And now I overtake Sights, I think. And we're 40. And now I'm following, I think it's a Lacey. It might be Russell, but I'm pretty sure it's more a Lacey. Okay, I'm pretty sure this video is going to be like 57 minutes long. That's gonna be my longest video that I've ever recorded. Guess because I had to fit in the entire race. There I am swerving around, getting overtaken when I could just be not. Anyway, there I am next to my teammate, and I'm past my teammate. There I am passing the Ferrari, losing the back end for a bit. Luckily, I again regain control. I'm just going to double speed it a little bit more just so that we can get to the end of the safety car. And now we're back. Oh, sorry. We're back into the racing now. And this is where I managed to cut an entire corner without getting a penalty. I just drive straight across, slam into there, teleport myself back to here, and I get driven into, but also through by an Alfa Romeo of, I believe, Antonio Giovinazzi. The entire grid is now all together. 5 at the front, then 3 at the back. I swerve off one of the Ferraris, and I now have a good enough lead. Bit of a cutting of a corner. And that's all of the cars that are in the race at the moment are now on screen. It does look like a lot, but it also looks like a small amount for some reason. So I'm pretty sure... oh, there's where I get overtaken by a bunch of cars. Grit it all back, lose control of the back end, swerve back in, and I leave the Ferrari there with the McLaren as well. And I've also now lost my wing. I'm followed by my teammate, following some cars that I was used to ahead of. I'm overtaken by my teammate, swerve into, I believe that was Perez. Swerve back in behind my teammate Perez and the Williams of, I believe, Russell, maybe a Lacey. Shoot past them, slam into the Red Bull. Come past, drift back onto the track, cut in front of my teammate, and shoot past Perez as he goes into the pits. Then I cut off my teammate, continues to try and overtake me, and eventually he's able to. Then I swerve the Ferrari off the track, who causes that commotion. Oh wait, that must have been that was like the last crash. Yeah, that was the last crash. I believe that was Norris's crash, which was the last one. I overtake my teammate, he overtakes me back. I bump across the road, get hit. Come back on the track, accidentally hit someone else. Come around, slightly cut a corner. Lap 23. I drift off again. Sorry, I had to cut this. Something happened out here, and something seemed to. I must have been having a vision, or yeah. You know, I heard something, so I paused the footage and looked around. But something must be wrong with me. Anyway, we are 51 minutes into this video. We have 6 minutes left. 6 times 1.6 laps. No, yeah, 5 laps times 1.666 minutes. 5 times 1.6. I think it will end at about 56 or 7 minutes. Maybe even 58 or 59. I sure hope this thing does not take an hour. I might have to, lengthen this. I might have to make this video. This might be my first hour-long video. Wide I go, lose the back end for a second, come back on, overtaken by the Red Bull, overtaken by the Williams on the outside, slide myself back through, lose control of the back end, keep control of it, swerve from side to side, hit them in the side, drive across with that one. Oh, there they go out. I go off on the service track ramp. I think that might be I don't know what it's called, but like a service ramp or something. Anyway, drive down this second to last straight. Come round the last corner, I believe this is. That should be the last corner. And go up to the end of lap 24, enter lap 25. I'm gonna double speed this for a second. Just because I don't want this video to be over an hour long. When the video reaches 54 minutes, I'll stop double speeding this. Having a fight with the Ferrari. I'll actually bring that back so you can see what happened there with the Ferraris. So I'm driving along with the Ferrari, spin around, but because it can no longer turn, it gets caught. Anyway, back to double speeding until we reach 54 minutes. And stop. Okay, around the third to last corner. Maybe second to last. Coming around the final bend. No, maybe second to last bend. I think it's the final one now. And up there we go. Driving with what seems to be Antonio Giovinazzi and Carlos Sainz. I think that says 55. Oh, I accidentally hit him. Antonio Giovinazzi. And I'm now just following Carlos Sainz. And behind me is his teammate, Charles Leclerc. Going along with him. Oh wait, no, that's with Leclerc. Leclerc drifts me off. Luckily I'm able to keep control and he goes flying. 3 laps and 4 minutes till an hour. I don't think it's going to be under an hour. Should I be happy or sad that it's not going to be under an hour? I wonder if my audience has the same kind of interests as me. Like, I know, like, at the time I was recording this semester. 57 minutes, 2 laps left. Oh, drift him out, and then hit him with my back tire for good measure. And I'm now followed by Giovinazzi again. And we now go on to the final lap that every driver that's behind me will ever do. Because two of them went into the pits and one of them just was behind me and got lapped. And because directly behind me was the leading cars. Oh, I've gone off for a lawnmower. Anyway, because directly behind me were the 2 leading cars, I was able to just barely finish before they did. But due to the fact that I finished, just because I finished and then immediately it's like the blank has won, Valtteri Bottas has won, the people behind me couldn't finish their next laps. So this is their last laps. Or their last lap. But for me it's my penultimate lap. Thank you for staying with me if you're still here. Or at least, thank you for staying with me if you've watched from 0 seconds in, then gone to, like, I don't know, 12 minutes and 40 seconds, 36 minutes and 3 seconds, 48 minutes and 27 seconds, like just gone through the video, watched from each of those points between each other and then gone to the next one, like watched from 0 between that to the next one, then from that 12 minutes, like I said, to the 30-minute one, then the 30-minute one to the 48-minute one, and then to here. Thank you if you've like watched like just the entire thing, like no skipping any section. I just watched the entire thing all the way through and watched it. Oh, we've reached the hour. Well done if you've watched it from the start to the start of the first hour. And thank you if you're still here for watching with me. We get to watch my final lap, where I end in like 9th in the Drivers' Championship, which is okay. Like, I'm not going for the win, for the first place in the Drivers' Championship from the very, very beginning. Like, I think in my last season I did like 4th at the start in the first race, and then my 2021 season where I was like, while I didn't make like only 2 cars finish the race, end the race, like I did in Singapore, for example, I didn't do as much of taking people out because I had no damage on back there. But I still caused a lot of crashes and forced my way to like having first place in like every single race, except for like 1 or 2. Meanwhile, in 2022, I started with only 5 lap races, but I had turned on damage at that point. Although, I did still try and win, but I did not finish like 3 races, before I started recording the videos that I do now. They were like, I think it was like, I know that I did Monaco for one. Anyway, that's the end of the race. But, it was much more violent, I'd say. Right, but that was only because I wanted to keep my winning streak of after I'd done my first one, where I came first in the drivers, but not in the constructors. The second season I did first in the drivers and the constructors. This is the third season, where I'm going to be a bit more laid back, I guess the phrase would be. Anyway, if you were wondering, there's all of the DNFs. They aren't showing up. But, from Lando Norris down is all the DNFs. And, thank you for staying here. Goodbye.